Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Yar. Welcome. Hey, y'all. Happy day. We are here to do a recap, honey, a full recap of episode number 127 of Beyond the Gates. How y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Yeah, I'm doing all right since you asked. Woo, child, y'all really love yesterday's, huh? That particular video got a lot of new subscribers, and so I was like, okay. I thank you, okay. And I will be addressing a lot of the and reading a lot of the front porch. I'm working on that right now. I'll be uploading this shit. It might just be one hell of a long weekend edition. I don't know, but I'm gonna get it out before the end of this week because I don't have rehearsal tonight. I think I don't have anything tomorrow, which is Saturday. So, but yeah, we're going to get it out there for y'all to listen to. See how y'all can hear me read y'all crazy ass comments. So now that you're here, thank you for all the new subscribers who came here, honey. Thank you. Mwah. Welcome to my channel, honey. I respond to your words. So whatever you say beyond, honey, below this video, baby, I respond to you. What you talking about, Auntie? What you talking about? You respond, honey. I respond to you. In my video series called The Front Porch. Look at it. It's a playlist. I created a whole playlist of me responding to your comments. Yes, I do. I feel like your words are important. My words are important. And I think that I have more to say than to just type it out. And it's more fun to hear me read your comments, right? And just be cracking up, ain't it? And read it in your voice. At least that's what I think you be saying, right? So I'm happy to take the time to read you all's comments because what I say over here is that the content is in the comments, baby. Yes, they are. So yeah, I do that as extra, way to get people engaged and get y'all talking and reacting and subscribing and knowing that you guys' words matter. They do. They do. If you want to know why, I'm gonna give you a quick reason why. Honey, I've gone over to people's channels, especially if they've been, talking about Beyond the Gates, honey, and they say, go ahead, leave what you want to say below. And then when you talk, don't nobody respond. So I was like, I'm unsubscribing to this person and I don't even want to see them pop up on my page. I shouldn't have taken offense to it, but I did. I sure did. And so I was like, you know what? I see a lot of people talking under my videos. So let me go ahead and start making my rascals. That's what we call ourselves, my rascals. And we the little rascals, baby. We big over here. We the big rascals. Make us all feel important. Make us feel like a family over here. Make us feel like a damn community. And that's what I choose to do. So everything around here mostly is centered around Beyond the Gates. When Divorce Sisters come back, I do my recap of that, but mostly I do Beyond the Gates because that seems to be my hit over here, and I want to be on the show. So, yeah. Oh, I'm an actress. If you didn't know, I haven't said that in a while. Yeah, I'm an actress. I've done theater for 15 years, trying to dip my toe into film and TV and voiceover work. So, if you have a connection, if you have, a hookup for your auntie, honey, because I do the voices, email me. My email will always be in the description box below. That's the thespianauntie@gmail.com. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. All right, I've done the church announcements. I'll always give y'all a warning of where the recap starts. So, because I don't want y'all, if y'all want to sit here and listen to the church announcements, you can. But if you don't want to, I always give you a timer, an old school timer of when the actual recap starts. So, y'all won't be sitting here listening to me jibber jabber all, 5 minutes about some bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, I cuss. I don't curse, I cuss. I use adult language, any adult language that you can think of, unless it's offensive. I don't offend, but I do curse because I'm grown. I'll be 55 next year. My mama said it was okay for me to be myself, and my dad was a cusser. So yeah, I appreciate people's opinions, but I cuss. So if you don't like the cuss, you don't like the stuff over here, it's fine. Y'all going over there to the other people's stuff. I promise you they cuss. They might not cuss as much as me, but they do, or they might not. It's up to you. So, but yeah, I do because I feel like that's what the character would have said if the if the if the script was adult like. So yeah, I do that. I add my little sugar and spice and everything nice to the script. So, gone on 5 minutes. Let me go ahead and shut the fuck up, and let's go ahead and open these fucking gates to episode number 127 so they can entertain us. All right, you ready? I'm sure it's ready, baby. Let go. Bill in the house, and so he says, "Babe, you up early?" She's sitting on the couch, honey. She's sitting on the couch looking all weird, like, I got a lot on my mind. What you done did, girl? He says, "Tell me about it, honey. This has been a crazy few days, and I'm ready to get this shit back to normal." And so she looks like she has something to say. Girl, what you finna say? She said, "You know what? You're right. Let me make you some breakfast before you head out, baby." He was like, "Oh, no, 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 baby. No, no need, no need. No, yeah, and I got a breakfast meeting with a client. This early?" "Oh, no, no. I mean, it's not now. It's just later," he says. "I'm going to stop by Danny's first and check on Chelsea." Mm. She says, well, that's a wonderful idea. Uh, let me get dressed and I will come with." And so he says, "Oh, no, no, don't bother, babe. It's not necessary." She pissed about that. So this bitch turns around and says, "So once again, I'm not wanted." Girl, he didn't say nothing like that, girl. "What am I supposed to take from that?" she says. Girl, you jealous heifer. So we're at Orphe Jeans, and so we see, I almost said, it's Ashley. I be wanting to call that girl by her real name, Jen, but her name was Ashley. Ashley and Madison. So Ashley says, "Oh, well, girl, I'm so glad that you guys spent the night with Chelsea. I heard that it was a real scary for her." So Madison tells Ashley, like, "Girl, it was really so nice of Kat to give us her place to themselves. Yeah. If they talk about something good, I'll pick it up, but if don't, no, we go on to the next scene. It's weird seeing them talking outside of the hospital. I never made a connection with Ashley and Madison. Oh, Ashley Madison. If you know that reference, I'm scared to tell you to put it in the chat. Me in the in the comments. But if you know, you know. So Ashley tells her, "I'm sure that you two could use a little privacy after everything that girl went through." So Kat is there at the house with her now. So Madison was like, she ain't gonna be alone when her ass wakes up. So Ashley was like, "Yeah, she shouldn't be in a place alone where she was just kidnapped." Hmm. Yeah, I mean, her saying it out loud, she said she can't believe that it happened. Like, me too, but what you just said also didn't make no damn sense. Okay, here come Madison. She was like saying they've been trying to sit down to make sense to something that was no sense. And you know what? For some reason, I can't help but feel that it was partly my fault. Why, girl? I mean, first Chelsea blames herself. The only person who should blame themselves ain't blaming themselves is damn Allison, her crazy ass. So Madison continues and says, "Girl, in the beginning I had gotten a real fucking bad vibe from that bitch, and I can't help but think that if I could have done something more to stop her ass." Yeah, I mean, Chelsea was kind of stubborn and stuff, and told you that you had nothing to worry about, but I don't think that you would have done. I don't think that you could have done anything to stop that. Nobody could have, really. She goes on and tells Ashley that Chelsea blames herself because she didn't see it coming, and so Ash was like, "Girl, ain't nothing. Both of y'all can't blame yourselves for that shit. Not at all." Ashley was like, "Girl, Allison is crazy. End of story, honey." So yeah, I mean, they're gonna sit there and blame themselves. Everybody's gonna be like, I should have seen it coming." Blah blah blah. Next. Okay, we're back at the guest house. So Chelsea wakes up and Kat says, "Morning, sleepyhead girl. Let me go ahead and make you some coffee." Now the cute little dress that Kat has on is very 60s vibe. Like her style has definitely evolved since the beginning of the show. Like I said, back when she first started, she had a very retro 1950s, very tight curls, headbands, very prim and posh suits. Now it's very go-go girl. Ever since she had that lovely time with Tomas. Tomas, it's like she's dressing more grown womanish. All of her skirts were short, but this is really retro short with the go-go boots and stuff. It's real cute. Somebody said they didn't like her hair, but I like it. It gives me like Tracy Ellis Ross ish That's what it gives me. All right. Oh, Chelsea was like, thank you. I really missed your brew, cuz. And so, yeah. So Kat was like, here, girl, have as much as you want, honey. It's all on you. So she tells Chelsea that Madison had to skedaddle to get breakfast before work, but she'll be checking in later with you, girl. So yeah, and Chelsea was like, yeah, she told me that she was gonna be meeting Ashley there. So yeah. So Kat was like, girl, did you sleep all right? And so Chelsea was like, I mean, I was high key exhausted. I mean, I hardly closed my eyes the whole time that I was, well, gone. So Kat was like, girl, the only thing that you need to, focus on right now, girl, is rest and self-care, okay? Leave everything, Chelsea Cat, to me. You are a wonder, Chelsea says. Kat was like, boo, say that to your mirror, honey. I mean, Kat continues and says, girl, I was just working on a statement about your return to post to your socials. I don't know about that, Kat. Yo, orange lipstick is cute though, but I don't think that Chelsea should do that. At least not right now. Kat says, yeah, and let the fans know all the good news, sis, cuz. So Chelsea was like, I know, girl. You don't have to do that. So Kat was like, girl, I'm not letting you do it. And Chelsea was like, girl, nobody don't need to do it because I'm gonna be deleting all of my accounts. I said that shit. I said it. That whole shit scared the fuck out of her, especially with her being viral due to that crazy heifer. Oh no, Chelsea. I mean, I get it. I would be scared as fuck too if I went through that. And she's rich already, so she really don't need it, okay? Wow. All right, we are at Danny's, and so we see Nessa and Danny talking. So Vanessa was like, girl, thank God that Chelsea is back home. Danny was like, girl, it was the most terrifying time of my life. But one thing I know for damn sure, I will never ever again take for granted that my two girls are healthy and safe, girl. I can lose everything else, honey. Nothing else matters. You better say that, Danny. And Vanessa agrees. She says, girl, you're preaching to the choir. Yes, honey. I got two. I got a son and a daughter. And don't Vanessa got two kids? We ain't never seen them babies. When is they coming, girl? And you need some more Botox on that forehead, girl. Nessa, girl, you need some more Botox. Ooh. She says, I'm fighting up the urge to go get my two babies and squeeze them so tight until they squeal. I want to get my babies too. That's what Vanessa tells Danny. The relief you must have felt, girl, after imagining the worst after they found Chelsea, girl, I can understand. Okay, this might be a little solemn talk, but I'm hoping that Vanessa tells Danny about that damn um Leslie bullshit. So let's see what she's gonna say. But she's looking cute in her little pink sparkly suit. So Danny continues to tell Vanessa, like when she got that phone call from Kat when they found Chelsea, she was so relieved. She said, "Girl, even Bill had some tears in his fucking eyes." She said, "But the most incredible thing happened during this whole ordeal. That Bill and I, after all the bullshit that we went through together, baby, we was able to come together. We sure did." She says, in fact, we got one another through that crazy bullshit ordeal. She says, I know it's crazy. Girl, I know. Vanessa's lying ass. Not to me, girl. The bond between parents is so much more stronger than the bond between lovers. I mean, what do you think that's kept Doug and I married all these years? Girl, you looking at his face and lying. That's what kept y'all together. Well, speaking of Dougie, we ain't seen him in a long time. Look at Noise. So he comes to Orphe Jeans, and so we see Ashley and Madison about. Here we go, the Ashley Madison bush about to leave. So Ashley was like, "Oh, Dr. McBride, hey, we miss seeing you at the hospital." And so Ashley was like, yeah, how has retirement been treating you? So that nigga said he's retired. Okay. Not that he quit, but he retired. All right. All right. Piss in my tea and tell me it's lemonade. Anyway, he talking about it's been treating him. Never been better, baby. Wish he hadn't waited so damn long. Just a lion. Listen, you two, the word of advice to you two. Leave the grind while you're still young and healthy enough to enjoy your life. Ashley says, "Well, honey, no, I just started what I'm doing right now. I just started this shit, just recently, so I ain't giving that shit up no time soon." Mm-mm. So Madison was like, "No, neither will I, honey. I just thinks that I think I would never get bored." And so Doug was like, "Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a problem for me." So we see him looking toward another damn booth, and it's Randy. Hey, Randy. For those of you who are new, Mr. Maurice, he comes by here sometimes and peeks in to see what we talking about. Sometimes he hasn't come over here in a while unless he comes and I I made a mistake. But I like him in his cute black shirt. I mean, all the arrows pointing up to his pecs. I love it. So yeah, Maurice comes by here sometimes and pokes his head in. Yeah, he'll say a little bit this and that. But he's such a talented young man. So I still think that him and damn Haley's fucking. But I did see a sneak peek that says that Haley's let me see. Let me see if I can find this little chit chat thing that I got from my chat GPT. I got like a real good teaser from my chat GPT. It says a surprising family link to Haley poses a threat to Bill. So a surprising family link to Haley poses a threat to Bill. So maybe Randy is her brother. Maybe he is. I get a daily dose of like some backstory stuff that's going on. So something is going to happen between Haley and Bill that has some type of family link to her. It also mentions about Anita and Vernon's marriage is under strain. Also says that Danny and Andre's trip, they take an impromptu trip that leads to revelations and a connection between Danny and the Ridge Forrester guy during the crossover because, he's coming over from Bold and the Beautiful. Naomi and Jacob find themselves on an opposite sides of a major marital dilemma, and that's when Isaiah comes. Isaiah is Jacob's brother. And the Eva Cat Tomas love triangle is heating up. So I think that Eva's gonna fuck him sometime next week. So that's those are the really tea drops that I wanted to give in here. I know a lot of people will be listening to this. Y'all don't like my short content. Y'all like the long ones. So thought I would drop this in the middle. But maybe Haley and Randy are twins. Maybe they're brother and sister. But there is something there. I really wanted her to be fucking around on Bill, but nah, he might be her brother or cousin or something. All right, back to the show. So he goes over there and sits with his homeboy, that's his ride or die, his day one. Dougie goes over there and sits with Randy. What's up, Randy? What's going on, bro? So Randy was looking through his phone when Dougie showed the fuck up. So he turned his phone upside down. Ladies, whenever somebody turn their phone upside down, they mean they're hiding something. It ain't just the light that they afraid that's gonna be bothering your eyes or whatever. Them niggas is hiding something. Them niggas is hiding something. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. Randy was like, "Look, nigga, I ain't want to do this over no fucking phone. I needed to do this shit face to motherfucking face." Dougie says, "Why do I have a feeling that you are here to deliver some bad news?" Wow, Randy was like, "Actually, nigga, it's actually some good news. And I know you'll be smart enough to see that shit." Without a skipping a beat, that nigga says, "I can't be a part of your plan to take Joey the fuck down. I ain't doing that shit." I mean, he looking serious too. He's like, "I'd be signing my own motherfucking death warrant." And you would. You'd be sleeping with the fishes, as they say. Like, what's his name? Kenneth, whatever the fuck that man was who was threatening Martin and them. Yeah, we can't have Randy and his earrings be gone. He got a little stud earring on. I mean, his hair, ain't nothing like no man, honey, with a nice little haircut and that bird. I wonder does he use like beard balm, to make him smell good, and how you just hug that man, y'all, and I'm just, I'm speaking as a woman, uh, yeah, how you take him in, baby, and yeah, yeah. Nothing like a good smelling man, baby. Mm-mm-mm. All right, girl, focus. Bring it back, girl. So we're at the hospital with Dirk, and Shanice comes in. So he's still looking at his leg, going back to remember when that damn clumsy ass Ashley fell on his leg, just fell all over his lap, girl. Oh, I'm sorry, Derek. Girl, I'm sorry. He looking like shit. I felt something. Might have been above my thigh. I felt something jump. Yeah. Anyway, Shanice comes in there. She says, "Oh, honey girl, we glad that you're wide awake and getting ready to start. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it." Shit, Derek was like, "Shit, I already got motherfucker started, honey. I already did the whole shoulder routine without your ass." So Shanice was like, "Wait a minute, are you like shining on me so I don't have to make you do them and all today? What's the tea?" He was talking about, "Oh, ye of little faith." So he pulls like some type of little notebook out, baby. So he's been keeping track of all of his exercising, the reps, the routines. He's been keeping them all track so he can do it on his own before she even walks in there. "All right, I see you, Derek. I see you. Let's see if you're going to tell her about what you felt." So she's like, "Oh, it's good to see that you keeping up with your fitness workout like you did before you had your injury." He was like, "Look, shut up. Enough with the sweet talk, sweet thing. Put my ass to work." I was like, "Okay, I like that. Okay, I mean, Derek. Hey, Derek." So Shanice was like, "You ain't got to ask me twice, honey." So we're back with Danny and Vanessa. Yeah. If they talk, good. If they're gonna sit here and be talking about their ex-husbands and husbands, honey, we already know. We already know the tea. So Danny just said, she said at one time she used to wonder how much did Bill love their family. She was like, "Look, it's one thing to hate the shit out of me and fuck me. I know that you don't like my ass, but to turn your back on our daughters, I ain't like that shit." Like he didn't give a fuck about what they thought, like it was worth losing the love and the affections of Chelsea and who the other child? Naomi, just so that he can be with Haley's stinking ass. Shit. Vanessa was like, "Girl, I can understand how you felt that way when her ass was pregnant. I bet you it felt like he was dropping y'all and picking him up his ass up a whole new fucking family." And so Danny was like, "But you didn't use the old word, honey." Sorry, she said you didn't have to use the old word. Old is the old word. She said, "Yeah, it did. It did make it much harder." So Danny said, "I got to admit that shit now that I misjudged his ass. Like, Bill really does love his daughters. Actually, he adores them. And that has never, ever changed." Yeah, when Chelsea was out there missing, honey, and we didn't know shit about it, honey, it drove his ass out of his mind just as much as it did me, too. She also says that they were in the same place emotionally, and she don't even remember the last time that even happened. And so Vanessa was like, "Girl, it sounds intense." Danny was like, "Girl, it would." She said, "But if the connection that we just grabbed onto can be maintained, honey, it just might be the one silver lining that we can have to come out of this whole fucking nightmare." That messy ass Vanessa. Let's call her Messy Nessa. Shit. "Girl, that is really wonderful for you and the girls. But how does Haley feel about this?" Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about Haley. Thank you. I just said that. Danny says, "Who the fuck cares?" She says, "Who the hell cares?" But y'all know my mouth. Right. Don't nobody give a fuck about Haley. Now we back to her whiny ass over at Bill and her house. "I'm used to Danny and her family treating me like I don't belong. But it's a lot harder to take coming from my own damn husband." He's telling her, "Sweetheart, look, you are misreading this whole situation, honey. And don't try to gaslight me, Bill. I know what I fucking see." "Listen, bitch. I'm always on your and forever on your fucking side, all right? Team Haley, all right? That's why I recently laid down the law again with them fucking Duprees. Demanded they treat and respect your ass." "Well, how can the fuck can you expect them to do that shit when you don't?" Ooh. Ooh, these people have been they've been showing their ass these last few days, haven't they? Ted, now her. Ooh. "The whole time Chelsea was missing, you acted like I didn't even matter, or worse, like I was in the fucking way." "Because you was, bitch. I was trying to be supportive, but you acted like you didn't want me around, and her voice is getting so fucking annoying. If you hear how I sound, that's exactly how she's sounding in this particular episode. It's getting on my fucking nerves." Shit. Damn, I got to use the top of my throat to do this girl's voice today. I ain't never heard her scream this fucking much. God dog it. I'm glad I live in a house and not an apartment. Them people probably think I'll be over here fighting up a storm with somebody. It's just me, but damn. "You know the best way for you to be supportive right now, bitch, is to cut me some slack, all right?" He did that. He said that same thing to that's his favorite too. He said to Vernon, cut him some slack. He said it to, I think he also said it to Ted. He said it to Nicole. He said it. He always tell it to everybody to cut him some slack. No, ain't nobody cut you no fucking slack, Bill. Shut up, boy. You fine self. Hush. I have been out of my mind with worry for the last 2, 3 days. If I could talk, y'all, I just had lunch. I have been out of my mind with worry for the last few days. She's like, I know, nigga. But the crisis is past and Chelsea is home, thank goodness. So what is your excuse for shutting me out now? Huh? Haley, bitch. Chelsea is in an extremely fragile state right now, alright? And after every fucking thing that she's just been through, she needs to take priority. Alright, woo. Wow, what do y'all think about that? This man is remarried with his new wife. His daughter from his first marriage has gone through a tragedy, really serious tragedy. And he tells his wife that as of right now, she needs to take priority. What do y'all think? I would love to know y'all thoughts, especially women. Men are a little bit more understanding. No, maybe not. I don't know. But if your man who you're dating right now, like my boyfriend has children. Okay, they're got one minor, rest adults. So if one of his kids was in a situation like that, and it well, he wouldn't say that to me, but I would know that the children would take priority. But see, me and my boyfriend ain't married. Even if we were married, I would be like, no, babe, go ahead and handle that. Whatever. Go, please go take care of what you need to take care of. And so but that's my personality. I ain't selfish. I ain't no selfish bitch like Haley is. Haley's ass is a selfish bitch. She don't care about Nathan. That's my new word. Nathan. Not nothing, but Nathan. But yeah, what do y'all think about that? Should he continue to keep his wife as a priority, or should she be more understanding about his daughter, and all the shit that she's been through, and she don't even know half the shit that child has been through, and he has to literally tell her, "Bitch, no, you ain't the priority. She is." Or is that what he's saying? Whew, that's a good conversation. Can't you understand that, bitch? Of course I understand. I'm not stupid and I'm not heartless, but I'm also not invisible. And I will not put up with you all pretending that I don't fucking exist. Girl, they know that you exist. They just ain't catering to all your damn wig runner needs. That damn heavy wig. I hope that the second season that they give her better wigs, because I think maybe she's supposed to be extra and petite, maybe so. Cause that wig is it ain't even, she deserves better. She does. Even if it does make it easy for everyone else when I'm not around, including you. While she's talking, the doorbell is chiming on his tablet. So he's looking to see. I'm like, who coming over there now? What I want to know is, how far are you willing to take this? And she's still running her fucking mouth and we hear the door close. Now who's out there opening the door? I guess he let them in with the code. Who is that? Who that? Bill was like, Haley, bitch, I ain't got time for this right now. So he gets up and fixes his suit, baby. Fuck yeah. So it's sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. That's Caroline who comes in so she can feel the tension, baby. She's like, bad timing, huh, y'all? He tells Caroline, look, ain't nothing for you to be fucking concerned about. Thank you for the files for my meeting. Haley, bitch, I'll see you later. Uh-oh. Then he skedaddles out. Caroline was like, woo, cha. Honey, it's chilly in here. It was chilly yesterday, girl. It's been cold the last 2 days, Caroline. Girl, I like that purse, girl. It's cute. It's a really heavy, big old knit looking bag. It's cute. Girl, we're back at the guest house. And so Kat was like, Chels, I think that you really need to take a long time to think about this before you do anything drastic, okay? And it doesn't hurt to let folks know what's going on with you, girl. I don't know, Kat. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. That's the thing about it, girl. She was telling everybody everything that was going on. That's why that old crazy bitch did what she did. She says there are a lot of sweet fans out there with posts who are really worried about you. I love her sweatshirt, Chelsea sweatshirt. It says, let your angels be your guide. Is that what it is? It's so cute. Chelsea was like, girl, I'm just a character on their feed. They don't know me, girl. They think that they do. And Allison was one of those fans. and more like a crazy fucking stan. Kat is like, girl, I get why you want to take a break, to talking to a whole bunch of damn strangers, and I understand the assignment. I do. Make you feel safe. So she continues to say, maybe we can talk to Aunt Danny, your mommy, about beefing up security here. Wow, we found out that Allison was able to pick up like a fake pass that she used to get past the gates. So she says, I know that Bill is giving them hell. Yes, I'm giving them hell. How the fuck did she get a fake pass? Kat continues to give more and more resolutions, and she said, "Well, we can also hire a service that could manage Chelsea Cat for us, and so they can give us a heads up when there's something, anything that's suspicious, or as they say, sus." You don't understand, Kat, Chelsea says. The whole concept of being an influencer is sus. I worked to create a false sense of intimacy with my followers, and it's dangerous, and I just don't want to do it anymore. Right now, we back at Orphy Jeans with Randy and Dougie. Randy and Dougie are having a bit of coffee, and so Dougie says, "You are my mind reader, Randy. I was just thinking that I don't need to take on Joey after all. Better to just walk away." Randy was like, all right, I mean, that's good to hear, but do you mean that shit? Especially when your ass was all hot and ready to spill everything to that damn detective. Yeah, I was really fired up at that point. Yeah, I'm acting a little reckless. Yeah. So Randy was like, you think, nigga, it's like threatening to drop a dime on Joey Armstrong is more than just a little fucking reckless. Look, man, I cooled off since then, all right? I had a little talk with my wife. Randy was like, wait. You didn't tell Vanessa about your plan that you was finna drop a dime on Joey, did you? Yeah, he did. Yeah. He told me, no, nothing like that. Look, Vanessa, she knows me better than anyone. She could tell that I was starting to crack, and I was starting to take all these crazy chances because I felt like I ain't have nothing to damn lose. She assured me that I ain't lost shit and that she still loved me, and that she had broken it off with Joey. Ah, I think we saw a little teaser that no, he gonna walk on in there with them tonguing each other down. Y'all, I did read something that Leslie and no, not Leslie, that Ashley and Vanessa comes together because of a family loss. Lord, I was like, Lord, I saw that in my chat GPT, and I'm like, girl, please don't tell me y'all gonna kill Dougie off. Yeah, it said that because I was like, how did how does Ashley and Vanessa mourn a loss of somebody that was close? I just didn't understand that, but yep, it. Let me see if I can find it. I know you like, Shar, you telling too much. Like, look, I tell y'all, you ain't got to listen. Okay, it looks like it might have just been a rumor, possibly. I'm hoping they don't kill off Dr. Dougie. I know that James had mentioned that he was going to be gone by Halloween, but if he is James, you're right. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He's finally happy now. Doug is finally happy and it's on a good mend. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, back to the show. So remember, Dougie had said that she broke it off with Joey. And Randy was like, shit, how the fuck did he take that? And Dougie still I mean, that man never gave a fuck about Vanessa. He was just using her to launder money through her real estate firm. And she did tell him they could still keep that deal going. So, and Randy was like, and what about the fucking? Oh, he called it more personal business. Shit, Dougie said she said it was off the table. On the table or whatever. Randy was like, okay, that's smart of her, but no, it ain't off the table, it's on the table. Yeah, on that old funky ass poker table. And that was a smart move of her, man, not messing and fucking around with Joey's money. So he's like, yeah, that's another reason why I let him off the hook, yeah. What hook? But no, Joey got your ass on the hook, my brother. I hate that he does. I think they need another man there that has power. I don't like the dynamic. I could say a lot, but I'm not. She was like, well, look, anyway, the money from them deals are finally rolling in, so why not I let Joey's ass finance my and Vanessa's luxurious second honeymoon. That's the least that fucking bastard can do. All right, we're back at the hospital. So we got Derek working out again. The girls are there. Shanice, Madison, and Ashley. He's got the little stretch bands. yeah, stretching them arms like he doing something. Okay, whatever. If it pops, I'm talking. If not, next scene. So he was surprised that Madison came. And so he was like, after everything you've been going through, she's like, look, Chelsea is home. We good. So I had to come in here, check on my patients. So Madison was like, well, how are you? And so he's like, as well as can be expected. So Shanice was like, stop lying, nigga. Tell her how you really feeling. He's doing his stuff. And so he was like, what do you mean, Shanice? Because I guess he thought that Shanice knew that he felt something in his legs. And again, he's sitting right now he's laying in that hospital bed and ain't tell nobody shit about what he felt. And I'm telling you, he gonna fake this shit until he can't no more, so that Ashley's ass can stick around. And she gonna really turn them old lips around and really be mad at him when she find out that he's been lying to her. So Shanice just goes on and talks about how great he's doing on his PT and that he keeps notes on his exercises and he's hardcore and blah blah blah. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast, of course. Yeah, he's a beast. So he don't even want Madison to look at him. He was like, look, ain't nothing changed since yesterday. So if it's okay with you, just copy everything from yesterday's chart. Because he know if Madison could check to see if his fucking legs can work, then that's it for him and Ashley. So she was like, well, nigga, if it's all the same to you, I would like to at least pretend that I'm serving a purpose, okay? I mean, I'm the doctor, honey. You're the patient. So Madison is squeezing them legs of his and feel anything? No. What about over here? No. So nope, nothing. And Shanice is looking. Damn, I mean, yeah, I go with giving this girl a wrong name, not Jen Shar. Damn it. Ashley is twisting up her head like she's so fucking uncomfortable hearing the fact that he can't feel nothing. And she twisted her head and she got like 3 little lines under her neck. Y'all know I take these weird ass pictures. Any pictures that I mentioned will be on my post on my on my channel. All right, back to the show. So Dr. Madison and Shanice leaves, and so Ashley's like, "Can I get you anything?" He's like, "Well, just a kiss, baby." But I guess that's probably against breaking the rules, huh? She kissed you before, and of course she gives him a kiss. Whatever. So we're back at the damn guest house. And so Kat was like, girl, I hear you. But your social media followers, girl, are a huge part of our business model, which it is. Because Kat ain't got no following like how Chelsea did. Girl, she says, are you saying that our business is more important than my mental well-being? No, she's not saying that. Okay, the sweater says, let your angels lead the way. Oh, how cute. And Kat was like, girl, absolutely not. But I think that anything that's dealing with our business should be a joint decision. And I think that you should wait until you have some more time to chill. You think that you're gonna change my mind, don't you? And Kat was like, well, I sure do hope so. Otherwise, girl, I don't know how in the hell we're gonna promote all those purses we ordered and planned on selling. She probably said, well, we can have Samantha do it. Samantha does not have the type of following that you have, girl. Selling purses is just the last thing on my mind right now, cuz. Of course it is, Kat says. Just Chelsea, look, please. Give yourself a break, okay? Girl, you ain't got to make no big decisions right at this minute, okay? All right, we have Mama Bear there. Danny comes to check on her baby. Knock, knock, knock. I just came here to check on my baby. How you feeling this morning, girl? I'm fine. Cat is like, fuck that. She wants to pull the plug on all her fucking social media, Auntie. Cat is like, look, we spent a lot of money on planning, purchasing, all of this stuff. And you talking about, I don't want to. I mean, I get it, though. The girl has been through a lot. She's been through a lot. And I do agree with Kat that it should be a joint decision, or Chelsea needs to have some type of backup or something. Get her AI. Do AI Chelsea. Then you ain't got to worry about that shit. AI Chelsea will probably be the bomb. Danny was like, really? Chelsea says every bit of it. Danny was like, so are you saying this because of what you were thinking about yesterday? That somehow you invited Allison's behavior into your life? Her violent behavior? Kat was like, that's some total bullshit because that bitch was a psycho. I know better than anyone how disturbed Allison is. Okay, I was the one that was trapped in that fucking cabin with her. But there must have been some reason why all of her crazy was just fixed on me. Some message that I was sending without even realizing it. And if I get rid of my socials, it ends it. Danny was like, girl, you attracted Allison the same way like you do everybody else, honey bunny, by being your gorgeous, joyful, radiant self. Now, if you let that bitch's ugliness dim your fucking shine, honey, then she wins. You better say that, Danny. A lot of us just want to quit because of one incident. But no, honey, that girl's ugliness, yeah, if she steps back like she wants her to, yeah, she wins. So, yes, Danny says, unfortunately, there will always be people who feel entitled to take what you're not willing to give. Ooh, girl, you better say that. But that is a sign, honey, that something is broken in their asses, not you. Let me clap for Daddy for saying that. Yeah, it's something they want to take and not give, honey. That's that they got the problem. It ain't me. It's you. Shit. I just don't want anybody's attention right now. I just want to hide. Oh, Chelsea and her baby hairs and her red bump on her forehead just gave her mama a hug. Oh, Mama Danny and them, they sit on that little short leg couch. Did y'all see the pictures that I put on my wall? I know it's not that clear, but them damn legs on that couch is so short. So little bitty one. So Danny was like, girl, if you want to duck and hide, baby, you have every right to do that shit. Danny was like, but what would your grandmammy say? Please don't hide. And Danny was like, you're damn right. And my ass ain't about to sit here and tell you to stand up straight and adjust your crown until you're ready to do so. But what I will say, honey, is that you're in control. Not Allison's ass and not anybody else. No one is making your decisions for you, not even me. What about you, cousin? Kat says, honey, if you're ready to swap the spotlight for sensible shoes, I will pout for a little damn bit, but I'll get over it. And Danny was like, but you, honey, you? Girl, honestly, I just don't see you being a wallflower. And she's not. Even with her being in this very subdued look, girl, she's popping. She has rainbows and everything all wrapped around her shirt and shit. Hearts and angels and yeah. And baby hairs. Yeah. She's like, girl, it ain't even in your jeans, honey. Like not like with the grandfather, the Senator Vernon Dupree, pillar of the movement, baby. Or a grandmother like Anita Williams Dupree, musical diva and philanthropist. And your pappy's a nationally renowned defense attorney. I'm shocked to hear that you give Dad so much credit. And Kat is like, ooh. Well, his reputation is definitely a reflection on me and all of the time and effort that I put into his career. And yes, I will give him credit for that. But don't, honey, do not forget about your mother. Kat says, as if anyone ever could. Danny was like, you got that fucking right. I mean, former model, honey, current co-owner of a soon-to-be renowned modeling agency. Yes, Danny, girl, you better read your whole resume. Look, good or bad, you have come from a line of folks that relied on publicity in one way or another to make their careers. So it does make sense, honey, that you are comfortable in front of the spotlight, okay? And that you have learned to use it to your advantage. It just doesn't feel like much of an advantage right now, Chelsea says. And I know that I'm not the only member of the family who's faced violence. Well, yeah, your fucking cousin. Yeah, that was just more than him facing it. He actually committed violence. We're talking about Martin. I mean, Gran and Granddad faced threats. I mean, for speaking truth to power. And I'm sure Martin still does. Yeah, he do. But they can handle it. And it's not like I was out there fighting the good fight. I was just using my stupid fame to promote my business. You want to stop? You want to step the fuck back, honey, and being a celebrity? Girl, ain't nobody gonna stop your ass. That's what Danny says. But I know you, Chelsea. I know you, girl. And I know how important it is to you to help other people. And I am too. My way of helping y'all is to make you laugh and bring it's y'all know what we've just been through with the last 2 days. It's been rough. And it's been rough, but if you don't let your emotions keep you stuck, yeah, you can come over here and laugh and kiki and have a good time with me. That's what I'm here to do. I know that's my calling. I know it is. Can nobody debate that with me? I'm just as worse in person. But I just want to I have to bring joy. I have to. I have to bring joy to the world. Hey, yeah, oh yeah. I have to do that. I ain't sang today, so I had to do one song. I have to do that. It doesn't feel right if I don't. So even if I'm a day behind with these damn recaps, or if I'm 2, 3 days or a week, I'm gonna make sure I bring joy. Now that we have a whole community with the rascals, baby, the big rascals, shit. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time while we over here. Okay? Yes, talk shit. Sit back, drink our stuff on the front porch, baby. Offer our opinions on stuff. Listen to me be wrong. And yeah, and just laugh. That's why we're here. Not take a shit so serious. People take a shit so damn serious, I swear. It ain't that deep, y'all. If it doesn't affect you, then don't let it affect you. I mean, we are affected, we are, together, connected in this invisible thread of love. That's what I choose to look at it as love. But no, don't let it be so deep, baby. Please don't, because I mean, you know, we only have one life, just one life, and we got to live it to the fullest, or at least die trying. So, but I ain't going nowhere, hon. I'll be here another 50 years. Okay. All right, back to the show. So they just try to pump her up, saying that's how your grandmama used to be. Kat was like, "Girl, I remember one time you used to stop playing video games with me just so that you can go over there to your grandmammy to help her with her foundation meetings." I thought it was interesting. Yeah, it was. Listening to all the ways that they would raise money for all their different causes. And maybe that's what she needs to do. Maybe like the t-shirt is kind of sort of speaking, and maybe her platform needs to change. Instead of her being an influencer when it comes to fashion, maybe when it comes to, because that was a domestic violence situation. It and the shirt says protection, so maybe that might be something that she needs to change her platform to. Like with me, you have to try different things before you find the thing that clicks and sticks. My ass has been on here for a while. I got another channel. I'm trying to tweak that to see what I want to do. But this has been around, this one, since 2022, and I was doing reactions to was it music over here? I can't remember, y'all. I started this in 2022 from TikTok followers. So but a lot of my followers now are here because of the recaps, because I had to find my footing. I'm an actress, so I had to find if how I can be creative and different than anybody else, stand out from everybody else. So I'm choosing to do the voices, to do the full fucking recaps, to even talk about the shit and cuss. And I was afraid when I first started. I was like, man, should I do this? And yeah, my mama, before she crossed over, she didn't like it when I said, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. She said, stop being so phony with me. Girl, if you want to cuss, cuss. Stop it. I was like, no, I wasn't being phony. I just did that because I was showing respect. I don't care. Talk to me like I'm your friend. Talk to me. I think she knew she was finna go on out of here. But yeah, so yeah, I'm very comfortable in what I share and what I put, when it comes to this show and how I present it and stuff. I'm very comfortable in that. Very comfortable. So why am I talking about so much about me? Girl, get back to the recap. So Danny says, yeah, girl, a lot of that money that your grandmammy raised at them damn fundraisers was because of your grandmother's name and her fame, honey. Exactly. She says, just like her, you can use your name and your profile as a tool. You could draw attention to anti-violence initiatives. Right. That's what I just said. Or raise, money for organizations that help women escape abusive relationships. That's what I just said. Just pivot. Don't throw, the baby out with the bathwater, baby. Just change the water. Give it some nice, clean, new bubbles in there. Don't throw it out, honey. Keep the baby. Just change the bathwater. I hadn't thought about that. That's what Chelsea says. Kat was like, girl, something like that would be perfect for you, boo. You can mobilize your fans to support causes that you believe in. And Chelsea's like, here this bitch go. Come on now, girl. You just trying to get rid of them purses, but no, the proceeds from the purses could go to those organizations. Right before I push play, I had already said what I said. And Kat was like, and you can create a special bag that talks about violence or whatever, and that particular bag, the proceeds from that could go to charity. So if I can find that, if that bag comes out and if it's doable, I might get it just to support the charity. I might do that because I haven't gone through physical, but a lot of us go through mental violence and stuff. Just a lot of manipulation shit, that people like to take your ass through, and they act like, no, it's not me, it's you. No, nigga, it's you. Shit, it's you, bitch. It's you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your crazy ass. Whew, let me come back. Oh my God. Whew, let me fan myself. I went back to a moment, baby, from my past. Girl, push play. So Kat was like, girl, yeah, grandmama can help you with that. And so Danny was like, look, girl, you think about it, Chelsea, but you, in the end of all of this, baby, you do what feels right to you. And that's what I do. I do what the fucks I feel is right to me. Oh, we hear a, oh, and it's Bill. He comes over there. He said, hey, there she is. I'm my baby girl. And she gets right up and just hugs her daddy. It's so sweet. She looks so at peace. I love that. It's so good. Let me take a picture of that and put that on my wall. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So it looks like they released the launch of the Chelsea Cat bag. I need to go on that website. And so Caroline is saying, wow, Chelsea Cat's new ads are everywhere. Oh my God. So they're looking at the bags and stuff. And again, you guys know that it's like a real African American young lady who created the bags, and they are partnering with her. So I forgot the name of it. I have to find it, and I'll try to put it in the description box below. So Caroline is talking about it. So she's talking to Haley and saying, oh my God, girl, I can't wait to get one or two. Oh, girl, please tell me that you've seen the collection. No, she ain't seen shit. This girl loves showing her titas on this show. Is that how they always dress her? Yeah, every picture I took of this girl when I did her outfits, girl, it's getting lower and lower, girl. That clique is getting lower and lower. Now, bitch, I do like this duster she wearing now, bitch. I do like the duster. Y'all know I like to dust. Ooh, I love it. It's my favorite colors too, royal blue and white. Fuck yeah, I like that duster. So, Haley was talking about me, girl. The OG outcast of Fairmont Crest, girl. No, I think that Leslie got your ass beat, girl. She tells Caroline, no, I ain't seen that shit. No, girl. Girl, just another thing that Bill's ass been isolating me from. And speaking of that, girl, I'm so sorry that you had to see that, Caroline. She's like, girl, no, apologies needed. I've seen way much worse than Bill. She said, but whatever is going on, it seems like it's pretty much hitting you pretty hard. I'm just between a rock and a hard place called Danny. I mean, I understand that Bill's daughter just went through a life-changing, excruciating experience, and of course, he wants to be there for her. But if I complain about him doing that or insist on going in with him, I look completely territorial and insecure. But, girl, if I do nothing, then I'm giving Danny free reign. Caroline was like, wait a minute, bitch. So you think that Danny is using this crisis to get close to Bill? Oh, yes, girl, yes. She's been draped all over his ass. And Bill just doesn't seem to realize what she's up to. Danny don't want his girl. Either he doesn't care or he doesn't notice it, or maybe he knows for well and he doesn't mind. I mean, so Caroline was like, I mean, it could be, bitch. I mean, he is a good man, but that nigga's still a man. And it probably flatters his fucking ego that Danny has never gotten over him. She says, but though, if the situation were reversed, she said he would be losing his fucking mind. You better talk, Caroline, because Caroline knows his ass more than Haley, more than Danny. Yeah, she knows everything. So Haley is looking like, say more. So y'all, the next scene we get to is Randy and Orphe Jeans. So Randy tells Dougie, look, I'm glad for your sake and Vanessa that things are working out for y'all. And I'm glad for both of our fucking sakes that you dropped everything on going after Joey's ass. They said that living well is the best revenge, Dougie said. So Randy was like, but no, he says emphasis on living, like, you know. But take my advice. Take your wife on that damn second honeymoon, all right? Sooner rather than later, all right? I'm telling you that I could have sworn I saw something on my chat that told me that Ashley and Vanessa was going to come together because of a demise of somebody that they have in common. And that's the only person that they have in common is Doug. Man, I have a feeling he ain't gonna make it. I think James might be right. He might be right, honey. He might just be right. So Randy goes on and say, nigga, you might be right. Look, Joey never gave a fuck about her. He said, but that nigga do hate to lose. And Vanessa rejecting his ass to go back to you? He said, nah, they ain't gonna go down easy. Do I look like I give a fuck? about what Armstrong is willing to fucking take? No. Randy said, oh, Dr. motherfucking Douglas. All big, bad, and bold right now. Randy keeps telling him, nigga, you better be careful when that man's concerned. Especially if Vanessa really, really did break things off with him. Yeah. Dougie's like, I ain't no fucking fool. I know better than to take Vanessa's story as face value. Well, look, I do have confirmation that her ass ain't been around Joey. She ain't spoke to him. She ain't sniffed around there or nothing since she told me that she broke it off with him. Nigga, once you get over there, watch. You gonna see that she's been a liar. Randy was like, how the fuck you know? You keep tabs on it, then you hear Doug's phone click click. It's a text message. Okay, Randy, look, man, I need to cut out something I need to check out, all right? So he skedaddles. Okay, so Vanessa does come to the little hole in the wall. Casino. Now, that ain't no casino. That's a casino. Small as fuck. Got her little pleather pants on and her little pink tweed jacket. Okay, Vanessa. Looking real mob wife-ish. He's dressed in his pinstripe. Okay, I will say he looks very dapper today. With the button-down whites, the gold bracelets on his wrist. Does he have a gold chain? Okay, let's see. And he's sitting at that old nasty-ass poker table on his laptop. Hey, strangers, he says, and he just sits there. Ping probably is getting real strong in them britches. Honey, child, we are back at the hospital. We are not going to go through the lie between Derek and damn Ashley, because we all know that Ashley wants Andre. Well, we already know that it's going to take a while for that to kick in. But girl, we ain't going through this bullshit. She bought him some Jello pudding. Girl, whatever. Next. The location is perfect and the sellers are really hungry. I'm telling you, everything is right on point for our little enterprise. We're back at the casino. And, she's still going to continue her, laundering. This is Vanessa with Joey. So, yeah, she misses his ass. You can tell. So Joey was like, was that it? Sorry, am I boring you? She says. Joy with his mean ass. Look, Nick, I ain't bored. I just have other things that are taking up my time. Yeah, she did break up with him at Uptown that day. Because he said that, are you sure? He said, because I feel like you're gonna want me before I want you. He sure did. I remember that. Damn, that's been a while ago. Because they was on break. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Damn, girl. I'm surprised you don't see an offer here. He's like, I do, bitch. It's like, write up an offer. Cut the deal. You know what to fucking do. It ain't no damn secret. Right. I thought the same thing. He said, look, you could have told me this shit in an email or a text message. I was thinking that same shit. I'm like, why did you feel like you had to come all the way over there? So she don't like that. She starts to smile. Real interesting like. And I think I'm going to use this as, part of my profile screen capture. My mistake for taking up your valuable time. He was like, Vanessa, what the fuck do you want from me? And you're the one that fucking broke things off. Now you're here. For no apparent reason. I mean, I just didn't want things to be awkward between us. Especially about the comment of me knowing too much about your operation and that you don't like loose ends. Bitch, you don't believe for 1 second that I would hurt your ass. I don't. But Doug's another story. Your attitude towards him? It was starting to scare me. Look, I love my husband. Now, I don't expect for you to understand, but it's true, okay? Doug, he's the pappy to my children, and I have a very real love for him. And if I were responsible for something happening to him, well, I could never live with that. Girl, James, you was right, James! James, you was right! Doug ain't gonna die! I do understand. And I admire your loyalty, even though Doug ain't fucking worth it. So tell me, if I were to give you my personal assurances that Dougie was safe from all harm, what then? Well, we're back at the guest house, and so Bill was like, wow, you three are looking like you sitting on a gold mine. You look excited. Oh, Kat was like, oh, we are so excited, honey. Aunt Danny suggested, so Danny's in the kitchen making some tea, and Danny was like, no, bitch, don't say well, maybe Chelsea should tell you. Yeah, Mom suggested that we incorporate an anti-violence message into the branding of Chelsea Cat. Oh, yeah, because of what you've been through. Exactly, Kat says. I mean, not only does it set us apart, but it will give us a great branding out there, which is what every new company needs. So I'm not going to go through everything. It's just a feel good moment that I think Chelsea needed. She needed that inspiration. Like, if I had 2 million followers, bitch, ain't no way I'm dropping off social media. I'd rather sell it. Let's make some money off that. You want my followers? Or get it, like she said, get a social media manager or create yourself an AI Chelsea. Then you ain't got to worry about that. AI Chelsea, honey, will answer each and every question the people have and do brands. You ain't got to buy nothing or nothing. Just go ahead and let AI Chelsea handle that for you, girl. And Kat is so happy again. She's like, and guess what, girl? Chelsea, she gonna do, oh, well, she's going to create a bag that's going to be a whole model for an anti-violent, moniker, and the proceeds for that will go toward an anti-violence organization, which I think is magnificent. So Danny was like, well, I do have those from time to time. So Danny sits down and gives Bill some coffee, and he says, thanks, babe. And Chelsea's looking like, what the fuck? Chelsea's like, what the fuck? Shit, I had to be kidnapped and almost kill somebody for y'all to work things out? Shit. So Kat says she has to leave because they have to meet with the product manager, and baby girl said, I could come with you. She said, no, you go ahead and sit the fuck down. I told you that I would take care of everything Chelsea Cat for the foreseeable future, okay? Thanks, cuz. Thanks so much. So Cat skedaddles. I love her skedaddle, honey. Can't nobody walk like Catherine Richardson. Do you hear me? Her confidence walk is, she needs to like sign that walk because that walk of hers is just dope. Anyway, Chelsea comes back in and sees her dad and Mammy, and she says, "So, babe, a habit that your ass broke ages ago." That's what Chelsea says. He's like, I mean, well, shit. He trying to come up with a reason, and he looks at Danny. He was like, Danny, you gonna take this shit? She's like, absolutely not, nigga. Okay, all right, all right. You guys are starting to sound like my parents again, which is really freaking me the fuck out. So what the fuck's going on? He just says that we were just so worried about when you went missing that just took priority over everything else. And so Danny was like, yeah, girl, your pappy was definitely my rock. And I was so grateful that I was able to overlook all of his faults and failings, temporarily at least. That's what Danny said. He says he hopes that they can find a way to keep their truce going now that the crisis is over. But that will be good if you do the same thing, Bill. Bill was like, well, you have some part in this too. She said, honey, you are running over a cliff, Bill Hamilton. He was like, okay. They just went back and forth. That didn't last long. Damn. So he just looks at Chelsea. I mean, him and Danny have a little playful banter. So he looks at Chelsea and tells her, like, look, girl, I remember what we said before all this bullshit happened. Look, I want to reconnect with you, girl. I really do. He said he wants to reconnect with her. He misses her. She's like, well, I get that you and mom are, are different now, but I'm sorry. I'm just not at that part, and I'm not ready for that yet. Wow. Damn. Girl, after all you went through, you ain't ready for that, and he was in your vision? He taught you the praying mantis stance? The wax on, wax off? Wow, ooh, Chelsea, I love you, girl, but okay, you do need some counseling. I mean, I just can't promise that I can erase that. Baby, that's all right. I understand. I understand. That's fine. You got a lot that you're dealing with. Look, I ain't asking you for anything, all right? That you ain't ready to give. Mm-mm. He says, certainly not forgiveness. And then he looks at Danny. He's like, damn. He's like, I just hope that I still have a place in your life. Yeah, you do, honey. She says, always, Daddy. And he just looks so proud, like, yeah. My baby girl called me daddy. Not the Haley kind of daddy, like Papa Daddy. Anyway, we're back at the screaming Double D mosquito, screaming ass, making all that damn noise over here. So Caroline is like, well, girl, are we sure? I mean, because I feel like it could backfire. And then Haley was like, girl, I swear that I will never let Bill know that you had a hand in this. Yes, she will. Caroline, girl, bitch, please. Bill knows that I will walk through fire for his ass. And she will. She knows where the bodies are buried, baby. She said, remember, I already outlasted one wife, honey, but it's your ass that I'm worried about. If he reacts badly, honey, then that can make things worse for you, honey. Oh, girl, I won't let it go too far. Trust me. I'm just going to just give Bill a taste of his own medicine because you were right. Girl, don't tell me you're going to try to. Are you going to try to plan your kidnapping? Oh, I hope I'm wrong. Mm-mm-mm. Ah, she says if he felt that she was attracted to someone else, then he would hurry up and wake the fuck up, and that's all she wants. So Randy and her are not related. So this is her way of squeezing Randy in between them. Where his focus can come back to where it should be, on me. So Caroline calls somebody. Hey, I'm at Bill's. Can you stop by? Haley and I want to let you in on a little conspiracy. And you can see Haley in the background looking real sneaky. Well, we're back at the casino. It wouldn't be enough for you to make a promise that you wouldn't hurt Doug. Jesus. The fucking problem is that Doug is capable of doing way too much harm to himself. So Joy was like, so wait a minute now, wait. So you're protecting Doug from Doug. I mean, that's real sweet, a little pathetic at the same time. I should have never let him see us together. I don't understand why he was in such a jealous rage after years of essentially having an open relationship. Okay, yes, you were different from my other dalliances. Okay, dalliances. Yes, we are back to the big words from Beyond the Gates. If y'all don't know, when I started first recapping Beyond the Gates, I was on camera, and they used to give us all these big words, and so I would stop and find out what these words mean, because some of these words I was never exposed to. I ain't never heard of dalliance, so I ain't gonna do that right now. Or should I? Let's see what Chat Boo wants to tell us what dalliance means. Can you give me the definition of what a dalliance is? DALLIANCE.
Absolutely. A dalliance generally refers to a brief or casual involvement with something. It can mean a short lived romantic or sexual relationship or just a fleeting interest in an activity. So if someone has a dalliance with something, they're just kind of dabbling in it for a short period of time.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Anytime. Just let me know if you need anything else.
Well, I've had my dillies and dalliances. Yes, I have, honey. I've dallied in dalliances. But there was still no need there was still no need for Doug to feel threatened. Yes. Yeah, Joy was different, baby. Sometimes you dally in them dalliances, and then you find one that dallies deep and it pricks that heart. And you're like, damn, dalliance, damn. I mean, and it was not as if I was going to leave him. That's what Vanessa says. I knew you weren't looking for anything permanent anyway, Joey. And neither was I. Well, I have no problem lying to Doug if it means bringing you back to me where you belong, bitch. But there will be no lying to me, Joey says. He says, I am nobody's fucking dalliance. Okay, I mean, she, she's just looking at him like she just want to just unbutton his shirt with her teeth, baby. He says, you are as fucking hooked as I am. Yeah. Yes, she is. She's very hooked. Yes, she is. I mean, you give her that danger that she likes. I mean, it just makes her nice and, dalliancy. It ain't lovely, baby. Your ass didn't come here to pitch no fucking business deal. You came here because you can't get enough. What if I can't? How will you ever satisfy me? She says. That motherfucker said he got a good idea on where to start. And they be kissing, Joe and that scene. They be kissing. Now we back at the hospital, girl. Now we sitting. No, we ain't not looking at Derek and Ashley eating no damn pudding pops, girl, or pudding, whatever the fuck they is, whatever y'all. Next, girl, this offensive heifer. She wants to talk to him about something, and she was like, he said, you don't really have to talk about it. She said, well, I'm not going to talk about. Well, go ahead. So she was like, okay, I was just doing some research. And honey, there is, this is not funny. There is this wheelchair basketball team in DC. Ashley, Ashley, Ashley. Girl. And I'm not saying that I don't believe that you're going to totally recover because I really truly think that you do. You will. I mean, at least I hope so. When I tell you Ashley talks too much, she talks too much. Just y'all know Derek might he might want to tell her that he can feel something and don't be feeling sorry for him because she's giving him that pity. Remember I told y'all about that pity back a couple months ago? That's what she's doing to him. So she tells him like, I mean, it's not like I really don't believe it's gonna never gonna happen, but I mean, it's not that it's never gonna happen. It's just gonna you just have to be an athlete and athletic in a different way, girl. Stop trying, please. And you can just add it to your trophy collection. That's all I'm saying. He was like, "That's the trophy collection that you love so much." She likes him because he's a jock. He's handsome and stuff. Yeah. No, she don't like him, but she thinks that he's a good package. I don't know. I'm tired of figuring out Ashley. I'm tired. He tells her that he appreciates her looking it up for him, but he ain't gonna join because he is gonna fucking recover. Period. Then he goes on to say, in fact, I need to tell you something. She was like, what? So I thought he was gonna tell her that. I told you he ain't gonna tell her, but I thought he was gonna tell her that he felt something. But he was like, no, I am gonna recover and I will be taking you dancing and blah blah blah. Anyway, we're back at the guest house. So Chelsea is continuing to tell her pappy about this insane fucking crazy ass wedding ceremony that Allison did her for her. This crazy ass wedding ceremony with cakes and veils and vows and rings, the whole 9 yards, Chelsea says. Danny was like, my God. I resisted at first, but then she threatened to hurt Madison, and I thought she was crazy enough to actually do that shit. So Bill was like, "Yeah, her stupid ass was insane." So Danny says, "Honey, I hope that her crazy ass threats towards Madison gets her another additional 10 years of her sentence on top of that. I hope they sentence her. I don't know. They might use the fact that Chelsea, her social media egged her on or something like that. I don't know. I have a feeling this girl ain't going away." So Bill tells her that, look, while you was there trying to protect Madison, she was right here, honey, looking, protecting and looking for you too. She pointed us exactly right where the fuck you were. I know. I owe Madison my life. Of course, Bill wants to know why the fuck did she never tell him about that she was kicking it as a lesbian? Did I make you feel some kind of way? That I wouldn't support your relationship, girl? What's the tea? I didn't know how you would feel. And I figured that we already had enough bullshit that was going on in our life. I didn't want to add another bit of complication to that. But I was going to tell you. Danny was like, yeah, Madison did say that. She sure did. She tattled and told girl. So yeah, he says, and for the fucking record, I don't have a problem at all with anybody who loves my baby girl as much as Madison obviously does. Danny was like, I agree. She's part of the family now, honey. Baptism by fire. Oh, that's so sweet. Bill was like, I hope you warned her ass about how dysfunctional we is. She's like, I promise you, Madison is aware. But lucky for me, she's not scared. Oh. Okay, so it was Tomas they called over in the last 6 minutes of the show. So, okay, what is okay? I want to know what is this conspiracy you all are talking about? So Caroline says we want to throw Bill a surprise party like the one we threw for Haley. Yeah. And I can't make the arrangements myself. And when obviously I just can't take calls while I'm with him. And we think that Bill might catch on if he sees me whispering with Caroline way too fucking much. But if we tell, if Bill sees Haley talking with you, this is what Caroline says, then we can always tell him that you are working with her on your cases. Tomas is like, what the fuck? Oh, what's today? Pinstripe day? He looking good too with this gray. I've never seen a gray pinstripe. That looks really, really good on him. Let me take a picture. Yeah, Tomas. I'm in. Sounds like fun, he says. She's like, and please, Haley says, please don't let anyone else on it just yet, okay? Oh my God, Tomas, you are a godsend to us. You just don't know how much you're helping me. So they think they're going to use Tomas to make Bill jealous? Nah, nigga, nah. So we back at the hospital. Derek squeezing them thighs again, and he Don't feel nothing until he hit his thigh really hard, and that's when he feel like, why you keep abusing yourself? Y'all, when y'all come in there, pull them fucking covers back so you can see them bruises on his damn leg. So Caroline, we're back at the house. Good. They didn't stay at the hospital long with Derek. So Caroline was like, wait a minute, bitch, you getting cold feet already? And Haley is like, girl, would Bill really believe I'm interested in his associate though? I can't believe Caroline would help her. I guess Caroline you gotta keep your friends close and enemies closer, because she's definitely, connected to Bill no matter what. She says she outlasted the first wife. I'm just worried about you. So I'm surprised that she's helping Haley on this. I'm really, really surprised. So Caroline was like, no, Haley was like, do you really think that I think I already said that. Do you really think that he would believe that I have anything interested? I'm interested in his associate. Caroline was like, girl, I think y'all make a cute couple, but I mean, do you really think you're able to sell it? No, not with Tomas. Mm-mm. No. I don't know. I've never lied to Bill before. Girl, whatever. Caroline was like, okay, bitch, don't think of it as lying. You're just conducting an experiment with Bill as the test subject. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Yeah. So Caroline was like, girl, if you're really that uneasy about it, honey, you can just drop the whole fucking thing. No harm, no foul. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I'm going to go through with it, Haley said. I am tired of Danny getting the upper hand. Oh, so we are back at the guest house, and so Chelsea is leaning on her mammy. She's like, I don't know, I'm just so tired. No wrong, no right, girl. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. You've been fighting a lot. Just right now, it's just time for you to get your rest. That's what Daddy tells her. And your parents are right here watching over you and making sure that you're safe. And Bill says, we got you, Chelsea Bear. So Danny looks up to him and she came home just like you promised. He says, thank God. I'm like, that's right. Give all glory to God. And now the next thing, speaking of God. Ooh, we have some sin in this next scene, baby. We see Vanessa and damn Joey slamming against walls and pressing lips and shit. Oh my. Child, and why they in there necking? Is that what they used to call it? Baby Dougie walks in there and sees Vanessa just tearing Joey's neck up, baby. Like she's eating the most best steak that she hasn't had in so long, honey. Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the end of episode number 127 of Beyond the Gates. So let me go ahead and get this updated. What is it updated? Not updated, honey. Uploaded. And get this out to you guys. And I'm going to do today's episode. I'll drop that, soon. And I am working on the front porch. I have to break it up. Whew, I ain't even done it yet, but I will. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to go ahead and get it uploaded. So what am I going to use today for the thumbnail? I think I'm going to maybe put a couple of things in there. Because the thumbnails, baby, bring the babies to the yard, baby. That last one I did, a lot of people came because of that last thumbnail. That's what I do. What I do. Yes. Okay. Y'all take it easy. See y'all in the next video. Bye.